Welcome aboard, everybody, and welcome back to the YouTube channel. My name is Captain Nipson. Today we are playing Digimon Emerald version. This is episode 5. So in the last episode, we made it from the first gym all the way to Dewford. Went through the cave, gave the letter to Steven. We went back, got the XP XP share, and so now we are fighting the second gym. We did get several Digivolutions in the last episode. I will show them off after this fight. You'll get to see the first one. Chimkin evolved actually twice. Chimkin evolved into Hyokomon, and then I used a black Digi-Egg to evolve Chimkin into Owlmon. Now, it's not like a normal evolution where I got a stat boost. This is kind of like a side evolution. So I'm still technically at the middle stage of the evolution tree. So my stat priorities got shifted around a little bit. But that being said, hopefully Chimkin will be able to help us sweep the gym. Hopefully. And then if we have too much trouble, I will grind off screen and then come back at a later time. Or not a later time. After the grind fest, and then go from there. Alright, first one down, and Chimkin is doing pretty good. I noticed that they're all about my level, so we should get some good XP. Alright, let's see what these two got. Alright, Chapmon and Bearmon. So we're going to start off with Cleave and Cut, and we'll Water Pulse Bearmon. Knock one teammate out of the way, and then we'll move on to the second one. Yeah. These two are quickly proving their weight. D is by far the heavy lifter on the team so far. One is the first gym. Granted, it was RNG, but she did secure the sleep and then the confusion through Water Pulse, which allowed us to win. So, not going to complain. Chimkin is going to pull their weight here just because they're flying type. But after this, I will show off the evolutions and kind of go over, stats and stuff like that. But we're going to try and make our way through the gym as quickly as possible just to get a little bit more exploration done. Maybe get some new team members. I'm not really quite sure. I'm kind of disappointed I caught Gatsumon in the cave. I would have taken literally any other Digimon but Gatsumon. No offense to Gatsumon, it's just one of my least favorite Digimon. Their evolution lines to me just kind of... Well, the ones that I know is Digimon. There's so many convoluted ones. But I mean, like Icemon, Meteormon, come on. Like, they're just the same Digimon reskinned, just different colors. And yeah, in the anime, Gatsumon was fun. Him and Pumpkinmon were fun. But I mean, and I know in other games that they can Digivolve to a ton of other things. So there's a possibility Gatsumon's evolutions are cool. But I'm going to stick with who I got right now just because I really like everybody. Oh, crap. I'm sorry. I forgot to show you all I promise you I will show you the Digivolutions after we beat this guy and his Nanimon. I really hate the way this thing looks. It's just Pac-Man on steroids who was divorced from Miss Pac-Man. Because, I mean, just look at him. Just look at him. Sorry for Nanimon fans. he ain't it. I'm sorry. Like, none of his forms are remotely interesting. Bomber Nanimon, bleh. Actually, I don't know how many versions of Nanimon there are. That's how little I care about Nanimon. Just saying. Yeah, we get some levels. Okay. So, let's look at everybody's evolutions real quick. So, obviously, we have Chicken, who is now Owlmon. D did not Digivolve. Punimon did not Digivolve. TK did Digivolve into Chalkmon. However, I don't know if it's a glitch or a feature. They de-leveled down to 12, so they're playing catch-up right now. Farah Digivolved into Palmon, and then Tiger also Digivolved into Fanbemon. These guys, so we've got a pretty good, we don't have any type overlaps: bug, grass, ice, normal, water, and flying. So we all have single types, which is, you know, easy. That's okay. It's nothing crazy, but the important thing is we have a flying type and a fighting gym. That's the most important part. Galmon. So in this game, Galmon, and pretty much every other game, is the evolution of Wanyamon, which, if y'all remember, Wanyamon in this game looks like a super cute cat head, and that's basically with the tail. That's basically it. Actually, that is a cute puppy head. Go figure. If you know Japanese, Wanya is like a sound effect they use for dogs whining and barking. Wan wan, wan wan. I'm not a voice actor, I can't imitate it, but you get the point. I don't know. Sometimes the Japanese onomatopoeias and stuff just make absolutely no sense to me. But yeah, that's where that comes from, I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. And be nice about it. Don't be like, actually. Because nobody likes those people. I'm sorry. Oh, Lotmon, my baby. I love Lotmon. More than his twin brother Terriermon, just because, I mean, look at the color scheme, the dark, well, the light brown with the pink. I mean, come on, it's just a good color. And then if you've seen the original Digimon movie, you know what this thing's final form is, a menace. Like, was just amazing. And I'm talking about the English version, not the Japanese version. I know the English movie is like 3 Digimon movies from Japan spliced into one movie. If you didn't know that, you do now. It's actually 3 separate, like, OVA movies from Digimon Adventure and Adventure 1 and Adventure 2. That's where you, like, how they did a very good job of splicing it together, but that's kind of like how the movie had 2 parts. They could not make one consecutive movie, so they gave you like 2 longer episodes. I think they were like both like 45 minutes long, and they were just built as a movie. Alright, that was the last trainer, so let's go heal up, and then we're going to do our best to beat Brawly. And before we leave Dewford, I'm going to use the fishing rod to guarantee a Monbomon. I don't plan on swapping out D anytime soon because she's been so good to me. But if, you know, I don't know, I'm pretty sure I know what D's going to evolve to. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a Gekomon. If you don't know what Gekomon is, and you don't want spoilers, don't look it up. Save real quick. But that's their natural evolution, and this game's pretty good about following the natural evolution lines for the most part, from what I understand. Alright. Let's do this. Let's see. I'm hoping he won't be too much stronger than Roxanne, just because there's no trainers, which is a big gripe I have. Level 20. So, already stronger than Roxanne. Alright. Well, it's not the end of the world. Worst case scenario. Ooh, crit! Okay! Alrighty. Yeah, let's get a couple more of those. But yeah, Cleaving Cut is such a busted move. 1 HP, really? Watch him get a crit or something and kill me. Nope, okay. We'll guarantee the hit with Quick Attack. And we'll get one more level. And then hopefully Chimkin can do some serious damage to... Everybody got levels. Ooh, Sleep Powder. Yeah. Yep. Definitely gonna get rid of Stun Spore. Sleep is just so busted in Pokemon. Even if you're a Snorlax with Sleep Talk and stuff, I mean, it's very useful. So, and he has Sucker Punch, and he got a crit. So, crit for a crit. Let's see how much damage I do. Okay. I think, yeah, okay, I did my math right. So, Galmon is down. So, let's see what his ace is going to be, and then we will go from there. I'm probably going to sacrifice... I don't want to, but I'm... Ooh, rollout. Yeah, we'll learn rollout. I'm in set mode, so I can't swap out on this. I think set mode's default in this version. But anyways, I'm doing a Nuzlocke, so rules are rules. Bancho Mamemon. This is a ultimate level, or ultimate stage Digi-evolution, I think. Or maybe Mega. Ooh. I don't know. I don't know Bancho Mamemon. I know all the Banchos. I know Bancho Leomon, Bancho Lilymon, Bancho Mamemon, Bancho Stingmon. I know there's like one or two more. I just can't think of them. Ugh, his defense is so freaking high. Okay. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to send in D, and we're going to try and get the Hypnosis. Just like we did with Roxanne. If we can get the Hypnosis off, bam. Okay, now we got a chance. We're going to go for... Of course he has a full heal. Why wouldn't he have a full heal? Roxanne had a full heal. Can't predict that. Well, I could have guessed. Oh, and we got the confusion? Alright. Hopefully he hits himself. Okay, or he's going to sit here and just keep lowering my defense. Okay, so confused and asleep. So, let's just keep wailing on him. Yeah, perfect. I gotta say Bancho Leomon. I love Bancho Leomon too. Ooh, crit. What kind of berry do you have? Okay, just an orange berry. It's nothing crazy. The sprite for Bancho Mamemon looks pretty good. Ooh, this might hurt. This might hurt a lot. Oh! Yeah, that's instant KO with the double ear. Excuse me, my kitten just jumped on the desk. Sorry if that affected the mic. Okay, I got one shot with Tiger here. I don't think Leader Brawly sent out Tiger. We're going to go for Sleep Powder. And it looks like he's going to set up on Lear. So, hopefully this lands. Yeah, there we go. Excellent. I got... Even though... okay, I love status moves. But, only when I use them. Anybody else that uses them on me? Trash. Cowards. Weaklings. Me, it's pure strategy. So, I'm gonna have Farah set up Leech Seed, and then I'm gonna start hitting him with Flash because it lowers accuracy. So, I mean, you can't hit me, no matter how much you lower my defense. If we can secure the win, I am not gonna complain. Yep. So, yep. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we got this one in the bag. Even if they woke up. Yeah. What a way to go. Just dying in your sleep. Well, fainting in your sleep. Which I guess you can't faint if you're already asleep. Sometimes Pokemon logic doesn't make much sense. But, you know, whatever. All those juicy levels. Alrighty, got the second gym down. Sorry, my kitten is trying to play with me, and I'm trying to tell her no, because she's trying to bite my fingers while I am playing, hitting keys. She is very tiny and adorable, and she's very playful. But she is also a bit of a troublemaker. And for all those viewers watching that don't know me, I actually have three cats, 2 adult cats, and 1 kitten. And I have 2 dogs. I have a Sheltie and a miniature Dachshund. The Sheltie's name is Sunny. He is my old man. He turns 13 this year in October. I've had him since I was, I think it wasn't my first year of college. It's my first year of university, and he has been with me every step of the way since. And then my wife wanted a smaller dog, so we got a miniature Dachshund, and her name is Cinder, named after Cinder Carla from Armored Core 6. I had to trick my wife into that name. She had no idea what it was from, but she liked it, and she turns 2 in December. Yes, December. And she is a really good dachshund. She doesn't have she's not super barky. I'm bragging on my dogs, yes. She's very well behaved, aside from occasionally pooping in the house. But other than that, she does pretty good. And the cats are cats. We have one who's older, and I swear he is losing brain cells by the second. And then we have one who's a little younger, who we don't know his age. We adopted him. He came into the shelter, and he is a very loving cat, but he is terrified of people. So he only likes me and his mom, and he's just now coming around to me, and we've had him for 3-4 years. And the little kitten, she is about guessing 8 or 9 weeks old. My wife's brother found her and was like, "Hey, can you take this kitten?" And my wife can't say no to cats. That's her weakness. But we're gonna go for a little bit longer on this episode. Probably another 10 or so minutes, a couple more battles, and then we'll end it there. I know my episode's been running a little long, and I apologize. I just haven't really found good places to end episodes before, but I'm going to try and keep them around 30 minutes or so. But if y'all don't mind the longer episodes, I might just let a couple of them go a little longer. But now, with Tea-Cake sweeping with her blazing fast speed. Well. Oh, you have Icy Wind too. Alright, let's swap out to Palmon, because I'm sure Dolphmon is a water type. Maybe Water Ice, we'll find out. If that is the case, then we will put in Punimon with Rollout, just to break up the ice. No, we'll go for the stab. Dude, Quick Claw busted on Palmon. Yeah, Palmon is a... Yep. Okay. Yep. Busted. And it's nice to have the XP all in this game. I know some fans are divided on XP all. They were like, "Oh, I liked it better when it was, XP share. Only one creature could get it at a time." Myself personally, I'm a very casual player, so I don't mind the XP all feature. It's nice. Because, some days I just don't have the time to come home and sit down and grind like back in the old days when I was a kid. I mean, I can remember exclusively going through Victory Road in Pokemon Yellow to level up to be able to fight lands. Because I was a little kid, I didn't really understand type matchups. But I love Charizard, I love Nidoking, and I loved Pikachu. And I had, somehow, I do not remember how. Someone must have, when I was in first grade or so, must have had a link cable and traded me their Kadabra to give me an Alakazam. And those four were my first and only Pokemon for a long time to get to level 100. I can't remember who else was on my team. I think it was Blastoise and Venusaur, because in Yellow you could get all three of the starters plus Pikachu. And I wanted to be like Ash as a little kid, just have the full squad. So I'm pretty sure that was like my no. Nope, my kitten is trying to play. Okay, we're good. We're still recording. But I mean, yeah, that had to be my OG team, which, looking back at it, was not a bad team for Yellow. Not that there were really any bad teams in Yellow, because back in the day, even the quote-unquote weakest Pokemon, besides Magikarp, had something to look forward to. They had some use, because stats back then were so much different. I mean, we look now, I don't think there was a pseudo-legendary in Yellow. I don't think that started until Gen 2 with Tyranitar, and they weren't even called pseudo-legendaries, they were just called really powerful. I could be wrong. Correct me if there was a pseudo-legendary in Gen 1. I don't believe there was. I think Tyranitar was the first pseudo-legendary. And then after that it was Salamence. I don't know many of the others. I'm sorry, I'm not up to date on my Pokemon generations. I have played at least one iteration from every generation, including Scarlet and Violet. But I still got to say, like, the first 3 gens are my favorite. Wow, they got to sleep twice on. That's brutal. Sun Bubble. I might have should have kept that instead of Hypnosis on D. Everybody, I'm not a huge fan of Black and White. Everybody's like, oh my gosh, Black and White were good. Their Pokedex had a problem. There were only like 2 or 3 fire families in the whole game. And so if you didn't choose Infernape, I believe that's that gen, you were kind of stuck to Ponyta, who was like, you couldn't even get to like the end of the game, I remember. And then like is that the generation that had Semi-Sage and Semi-Seer and Semi-Poor? If it is, then yeah, you can kind of see why I'm not a huge fan. Now, storyline stuff, great. Loved them. But Pokedex, really kind of unfair. And also, I'm not a huge fan of, like, how many generations was it in a row that we had a fire fighting? So it was Blaziken, Infernape, Impbor, and then I think, yeah, those 3, and then we had Delphox, which, hot take, I love X and Y. I thought they were awesome. I think Mega Evolutions are amazing. I think they should have stuck with that instead of Gigantamaxing and whatever the gimmick in Scarlet Violet was. I know a lot of people don't agree with that. They thought Megas were overpowered, and they were, I mean, I'm sorry. It gave some much needed love to some Pokemon who got left in the dust over the years from the power creep. I mean, Mega Beedrill, awesome design. Like, is it the most, like, viable Mega, like, competitive-wise? No. But if you really like Beedrill, which I did growing up, I thought Beedrill was really cool. You know, it was cool to see some older Pokemon get love. At least in my opinion. So, I'm not excited about Legends ZA, because I also didn't like Legends Arceus. I thought it was an awesome concept. Poor execution because of the Switch and its performances. Alright, Poison Ivy, I'm sorry, you gotta go. A higher crit chance in this game just means almost a guaranteed crit. But, you know, I mean, you know, I don't know. My wife loved Arceus. I think Legends ZA will probably be a little better. I haven't decided if I'm going to play it or not, just because of the way Nintendo has recently, like, hardcore monetized the Nintendo Switch 2 and its games. I know ZA is going to be on the Switch, and, you know, I might play it. I might, but I'll probably just play it in my own free time. I won't play it on the channel, because I don't really have this set up for it. So, oh crap, I forgot these guys were still asleep. Alright, hopefully TK will wake up. I know, and we get the confusion. Come on, D is just working it. The little tadpole tail. Come on, Mark. Yeah, there we go. That's what I want to see. We'll try and wake up, but D might kill the whole team before T-Cake wakes up. I don't know why it swapped to attacking Crabmon instead of Kamemon, but it is what it is. Yeah, okay. We'll just do Bubble Blow and then Water Pulse, finish off Kamemon, and maybe TK can finish off Crabmon, although I doubt it because Crabmon can be a little defensive. Yeah, okay. I'm probably going to regret this, but I'm going to get rid of Hypnosis, give myself Rain Dance, and then hope RNG is with me on the for getting to sleep on Bubble Blow. If it is, awesome. Alright, I'm going to, I think... Okay. So... Thief just to knock this out. How is D-Meister so much faster than Chalkmon? Like, I must have bad EVs or something, or IVs, because Chalkmon is, I would expect them to be fast, because I mean they ride the skis and stuff in the anime, so I mean, like, come on, they gotta have something. Pulse. Okay. Yeah. Dang, I can't imagine what would have happened if I'd used Rain Dance. Ugh. Oh! Wow, that's our first death in a while. I was not expecting that amount of damage. Also, it's kind of hard to tell how much HP you have in double battles without going to your team. Well, Farrah's level 20, so let's give Tiger a little love. They should be able to come in and do something. Yeah, we'll just do Thief and then Water Pulse. Okay, so Tiger is faster than D, which that makes sense. Got a level up out of that. Yeah, 33 speed's not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, let's run into Slateport, heal up everybody, and then let me see how many more trainers there are. I know there's like the 4 or 5 in the beach house. I don't want to fight them just because, like I said, I'm going to try and keep episodes limited to 30 minutes or so. Just, you know, yeah, I get it. It's an hour-long episode is a kind of a commitment. But before we end the episode, I will do one more Digivolution that I know I can get from an egg. And then I will pose a question to you guys. Pretty sure Punimon is going to Digivolve into another Digimon who has multiple evolution routes. There is the Fire type route, and then there's the Dark type route. Stats, not too much of a difference. It's mainly going to be what moves they learn. That's assuming I'm correct in what he Digivolves to. But if y'all have any input, you know, probably for team balance, I know which one I would choose. However, Nuzlockes are not known for team balance unless you get really lucky on your RNG, which I've gotten pretty lucky so far. I mean, oh, who's calling? Oh, Roxanne. That's also another feature I like in Emerald. You can go back and rematch the gym leaders. Like, I know that it's not revolutionary now, but back in the day, it was pretty revolutionary. Ah, okay. Some more trainers. But I mean, I remember when that feature first got released in Emerald. It was pretty cool because it was like, oh man, because now you could also go. I don't know if you could fight gym leaders at the Battle Frontier in Crystal. I never, or whatever that extra area was called. They added in Crystal right next to Jasmine's town. Can't think of it. Oh man, why can I not think of it? It's not. You would think I would. I feel completely at a loss. That's like Crystal is my favorite game. Yeah, no. I never really messed around with that a whole lot. What in the? Did that miss? Anyways, so yeah, I don't know if you could fight gym leaders or anything like that, but my point was in Gen 3 when you can go back and fight these guys, super fun. Super, super fun. It was a cool mechanic, and I'm glad they kept up with that. Just because, what's an M chicken? I don't think Crabmon's gonna have an ice move, but I could get blown away. Ugh, that is such a good move. If I had a really strong physical attack, it would be pretty busted. Now, granted, it's only 50 power, so I will eventually get it, replace it with something a little bit stronger, like a better flying move like Aerial Ace, or maybe Drill Peck, or something like that, depending on what Chimkin learns. That's another thing. It's like, I don't know any of these guys' movesets. I can, obviously there's fire type. Probably gonna learn some fire moves. Alright. Okay. So those were the last trainers. So let's go to the Digi Center. We'll heal up, and then we'll do this last Digivolution. And this time it will be a stat boost for our Digimon, because this is going to evolve into something I like. And personally, I think it should be in the if y'all know the first game, or the first season of Digimon, there was one of the Big Bad's henchmen was Arukenimon, based off of the Legend of Arachne, which is a humanoid spider lady. I always thought this Digimon should have digivolved into Arukenimon, and I think in some games they do. But this is Dokugavon. This is the final form, I believe, of our tiger. But now that he is, Bug Dart. So we're a little bit slower than what we were, but we have a higher attack, a little bit more defensive. But I mean, now we have Stab Thief, that's good. So now at level, we're doing pretty decent on levels. We're definitely going to be under leveled for the third gym, so I will almost assuredly have to grind up for that. I keep saying that, and then I keep surprising myself on how good we do. But that's it for this episode. I hope you all had a great time. If you guys have any criticisms or advice, please give it to me. And if you want to see more of this, please give me a like and subscribe. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next episode.